everyone, Mandy Roscoe here, and I'm just going to be plotting my book today, and I was wondering if anyone wanted to join me. So, I've been meaning to do this for a little while, and I posted what the book would look like on my Facebook and my Patreon, but I wanted to actually get through some more plotting today. I only have some of the basics down, and figured I'd just go through it. I'm going to be using Cherry Adair's method, most of it. I got my different colored things here, some music, some snacks, water, and various workbooks. What is this? This is my workbook. Plot Whisperer, perfect. Obviously I'm not going to go through all of these today. I'm probably just going to end up flipping through these. But I got these, the Plot Whisperer books were actually, I think that this is the lady. These were the ones that were actually really super highly recommended. And I'm just going to push the camera back a little. So it's going to be shaky. I think that's about as good as I can get it. Hi, Colin Bell. Okay, so, oh yeah, I also have these giant Bristol boards. I only need one, but I'm probably not going to get that to, well, maybe I will. We'll see what happens. So, the book cover, if you're interested, is going to be called Burning for the Dragon. It's part of a 3-book series that I'm going to hopefully get started and finished for 2017 release, which would be amazing. Now, I've gotten some pretty good feedback on that. Hi, Amanda, what's going on? People say writing is, yeah, exactly right. People say writing it's enjoyable work, depending on what you're writing, but, yeah, it's definitely work. Especially you have to sit there for about 6 hours a day trying to get everything. Hi, Colin. So, let's see. Oh, you know what, I should have brought out my iPad, just so I could show you guys what the cover looks like, because it looks pretty good, but, well, it's too late now. But, anyways, the covers look really sweet. I love them, so I'm just going to be, I guess I should open this first. So right now I'm starting from really close to scratch. So if, like, I have the basic idea, the tagline is basically 3 dragon warriors, 3 extraordinary women. That's sort of awesome thing. But mostly it's going to be a from scratch thing. So if you're here to try and learn how to plot a book, this could actually be pretty helpful for you. And you could also help me out and follow along. It'll be pretty great if I could open this and just cut this open a little bit. These never ever want to open. Also, if my allergies end up acting up, I'll probably end up leaving the camera for a bit to go and oh my nose really quickly in the bathroom because I don't want to do that on camera. Here we go. So yeah, when I went to Cherry Adair's workshop in Vegas, yeah, my nose is itchy, she had this really interesting method that I'd never seen before. It was kind of a color-coded method. You know, she used Post-its though, and I have the Post-its that she gave me. Each one means a certain thing, and it's a really awesome idea. I don't know how much I'm allowed to actually see what she did, because I had to pay to enter that course. So I don't know if it's good form or not for me to be totally sharing up what she was doing, but it was a real visual type of thing, and basically, you know, blue is for your hero, pink is for your heroine, so that way if I'm putting their names and what they like doing, I don't know, who they are, that sort of thing, on certain spots on my Bristol board, I can kind of visually see where the book is going instead of just writing it out from my pants. Normally, I'm a bit of an in-betweener. I can pants through a novel pretty decently now, I think. But I need to have some basics down. I need to know their names. I need to know the names of the side characters. And I need to know some history. Not all of it, because I like having that thing, like, oh, you know, he was secretly abused by his father, but he has to, like, put up with him for some reason, otherwise he won't get the inheritance. That kind of situation. I hope the music's not too loud. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to basically be looking through a bunch of websites right now for character names. That's where I need to start off. So if you guys have any questions about this, like, feel free to ask, because that'll definitely help out. Oh wait. Let's see. Baby names. That's a good one to start with. Baby name center. I also have a character naming book down there. I don't know if I should get it though because it's kind of buried under a bunch of stuff. And my apartment is a giant mess. Like, the camera's angled in a nice little way so that you can't totally tell. But yeah, I'm not going to be walking around with my phone when it's like this. Okay, let's... So I want to start off with a... You know what? I'm going to get that baby name book. I'm going to try not to jostle the desk. Names are my fault. Oh, okay, great! Maybe I should do a contest. If you can come up with a better, strong male name than me, maybe I'll put it in the book. Here we go. Character naming source book. That tends to work out. No. Okay, I'm gonna leave everything else alone down there. Oh, jeez. This chair needs to be replaced. Let's see. This is actually a pretty good book. I don't know why I don't use it more. I keep going to these websites. And I find you get in danger of picking out the same names over and over again. I write under 2 different pen names. So sometimes I'll find myself using the same name multiple times through different series, and I don't like it when I realize I do that. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking I'm going to do just English names, just to keep it simple, because dragons, you know, Englishmen, that kind of thing. But, so 3 dragon brothers, they were originally going to be royalty, but I've kind of changed my mind off that. I'm going to keep the royalty bit for another dragon series. I don't know, I'm getting into dragons lately, so I have 2 different series half planned. One is Dragon Royalty, sorry. The other is this one, which I'm assuming is going to be Dragon Warriors. So, the base premise right now is dragons are dying out, but there's still... Then there's a reason for that. Dragons are dying out, and the reason isn't because they're not taking wives or anything. The reason is because there are still creatures out there that can control dragons. And a reader kind of gave me part of this idea of what can control a dragon. Maybe elves and unicorns. It was going to just be like 3 elfin ladies, and the dragons are going to kidnap them or try and use them to like break the spell of like, okay, you need to stop doing this. Like, stop killing off our species or something. But of course, they'll end up falling in love and joining those 2 societies. So that'll be pretty good. I don't know how it would join the societies. They have to be pretty high up in the ranking. If not right royalty, then nobility or warriors. What do you like better, royalty or warriors? Like, that's something that I'd like to think about. Oh, Celtic names. Celtic names would probably be good. Okay, let's see. Kier is a name that I haven't heard before. It means dark. Keith is wind. Kelvin from the narrow... Okay, you know, I'm going to start writing these down. Some of these are looking pretty good. I have critters, no Fidos. I have Edzo, Thaddeus, Sylphin, Exo. Those are all boys. Oh, nice. Seraphim. That name sounds familiar. I might have actually heard that name on a Final Fantasy game. But Seraphim, I like that one. I'll have to look up what that means. Actually, I'm gonna look up what that means. Seraphim name meaning. Behind the... Also Seraphis. Seraphim, Seraphin. In the King James Version, Seraph, Hebrew. A type of celestial heavenly being. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Seraphim are angels with wings of flame. Haha, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, maybe I'll use that. I'll have to just keep calling them dragons then. Oh, so you're talking about a species, not a name. Or maybe I could just switch it around to mean a name. Seraphim. Actually, yeah, you know what? I could do that. If one of the heroines is going to be descended from elves, yeah, her name could be Seraphim, because you know, that's what it means, and she can control dragons without really knowing it. But people just call her Sarah for short, because she thinks she's normal. Haha, see? This is why I like guys. So I'm going to pull up my pink one. Okay, so Sarah is going to be the name of our first heroine in our book 1. So that's pretty good. Wait. Sarah. Sarah for short. So maybe I can make it so that, well, obviously we live in a modern day, so elves and unicorns would also be dying out. So why would these dragons need to kidnap these ladies? Or are they being kidnapped at all? What if they're being hunted as well by something? That would be pretty good, because then you have a protection story. Or kidnapped for your own good kind of story, which is also a protection story, which I kind of like those. Maybe it's bad, but I really like the stories where, like, a big alpha guy comes and just kidnaps you for no reason. You're scared, obviously, but it's just, I don't know, there's something about, like, alpha about that. And it's a fantasy, it's a romance novel, it's not real, so. Okay, yeah, and Sarah wouldn't know that she's part elven either. So, yeah, she's probably raised by her grandmother or something. Grandmother dies, she's all alone. Oh yeah, elves could be hiding out from dragons because, happy to help. Humorously enough, my Seraphim does prefer being called Sarah. Ah! So I have a boy named Sarah instead of a boy named Sue. Nice. So you're critters. So they're your pets? I have a dog around here, the cage in the background. Yeah, you can't see it. But he's hiding in the bathtub because I think it's cooler in there. And he's not eating the spider like he's supposed to be. That's his job. He's supposed to be protecting me from spiders. He doesn't do it. And there's currently a spider in the corner up there. But I can't get it because it's right in the corner. And I have to wait for it to move. So let's just say that Sarah is... She's not super young, but she's old enough to have been around the block a little bit. She's about 26 years old. 26 years old. Oh, you know what? I've been getting super into Magic Gathering lately. Like, I just really want to start playing that game again. I actually bought a deck of cards yesterday. Because I used to play it in high school, but then I totally left. Well, it wasn't that I left. I don't even know what happened to my cards. Maybe I gave them away, but I moved, I went to college. Moved again, several things just happened, and I've just been seeing Magic the Gathering all over the place on the internet, on YouTube, and I was like, oh god, I want my deck back. And the funny thing is, you could put a deck in my hand like today, I would not know how to play that game, so I'd have to relearn the game, but I think it'd be great if she was already somebody who was into kind of, not even mystical things, but kind of fantasy-ish type things, like Magic the Gathering, so maybe she's a competitive player, and oh yeah, that seems pretty modern, like, I have a hard time thinking of jobs for people that are kind of unique, strong-willed woman sort of thing. Owning your YouTube channel and having a giant following of fans, yeah, like, okay, she could be, like, playing Magic the Gathering competitively online. Okay. So maybe in a roundabout way she would already know about this weird history. Although I'll have to read some of those Magic the Gathering books I had to find out what's actually in those. Magic. Oh, and let me know if that music's way too loud. I don't really know. I just got my iPod going here just so there's some background noise. There's Magic the Gathering. So that could be how she makes her living. She plays it online, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Takes donations, that sort of thing. So she probably doesn't earn a lot of money, but just enough to kind of get by, pay her bills, that kind of thing. She's already super into the fantasy type thing, so this would make her kind of prime... I don't want to call her real estate, but, let's just, yeah. She's kind of primed and ready to believe that dragons exist when she's presented with a guy with wings who grows scales on his shoulders and chest, because this guy's going to be built. All heroes are, why wouldn't they be? Okay, so what's our hero's name? So Sarah. So we have Sarah, we have her job, we have her age. Don't have much about her backstory, other than she is like 1/16th elfin. Dang, I typed too slow. Maybe the women being kidnapped are in certain careers, doctors, accountants, low treasure hoarder, and similar. Something that might help the dragons integrate better instead of hide better. The doctor one I like. That would, yeah, like our second heroine for book 2 could totally be a doctor. Because if Sarah's going to be super into Magic the Gathering and World of Warcraft, playing like she's going to be like a gamer girl, right? So if she's going to be into that world, maybe the book 2 heroine will be somebody who's just kind of super serious and kind of half reserved. Like, she'll be seeing this stuff. She'll be the type of person who, you know, if somebody walked up to me right now and grew wings on their back, and even if they just picked me up and started flying me through the sky, I would assume that I was drugged and hallucinating. She'll be that kind of girl. Maybe I can make it kind of funny. I assume that that's half annoying, which is why a lot of books just kind of, you know, you see it happening and the heroine or hero immediately believes it because he sees it. But in real life, I don't think that would kind of work out. But at the same time, I think that's kind of annoying. Like, we're reading the book, we know it's real as the reader because this is the universe we're being presented with. So it's annoying whenever we see people who just refuse to believe it in the books. But I wonder if I can make that kind of funny. You know, people are just kind of walking around her as dragon. She's like, yep, waiting for this weird drug to wear off now. Okay, yeah, so, okay, so book 1 is Seraphim. Book 1, I'm a slow typer too, especially on this new phone. I can't remember if it's Facebook, Hotmail did something where I don't like their new update. They changed it around so that, every time I have to go back and delete something, it deletes like an entire word. Like, don't do that, I just wanted to delete that one letter. Okay, so book 2. I'm not gonna have her name. Yeah, her name, she's a doctor. She's gonna be somebody with like kind of a half boring name even. People who like, her heritage is just totally lost her. Like, she doesn't even like her grandparents wouldn't know that there's elvish in her or unicorn or whatever it is. Oh, like, they're easy to do. How would I make a unicorn? Maybe like a unicorn shifter. Yeah, that could be book 3, because there's something extra special about a unicorn shifter, especially that horn on their head. I'm thinking Sailor Moon now. Helios, the unicorn guy. His horn was like a crystal. Everybody wanted that thing, so there's got to be something super important about our unicorn crystal. So, book 2 girl is going to be a doctor. Book 2 heroine is a doctor. Don't have her name yet. I keep thinking something like Annie, but I'm pretty sure I have 2 or 3 Annies in books already, so I don't want to reuse that name. I really, really don't. What do I do with our naming book? Oh, you know what? Maybe for our heroes, maybe there is no more dragon royalty. They're all dead. And that's why hiding is such a big thing. That's an even better idea. So we're dealing with old warriors of the former royal family who are kind of jaded because they failed in their mission. They failed to protect the royal family. Royal family's dead, so it's just them and a group of, say, peasants. Well, that's what they would be. People who are just kind of half normal, going to work at Walmart, going to work at the dentist's office, you know, they're receptionists or that kind of thing, but they're hiding. And so the warriors take their jobs to the last of their kind very, very seriously. I am dying. I used to do RPG big time. Main character, winged unicorn shifter. Nice! Nice. What game was that? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, you know what? Yeah, tell me what game was that. I want to know. Yeah, here's the magic deck I bought yesterday. I should throw this box out. I don't know why I'm keeping this box. Yeah, I'll throw this box out. It's just a waste. But you can see that I took my Magic the Gathering very seriously. I bought a deck box for it, as well as some card protectors, because Magic the Gathering, as you know, they do their foil cards, and those things bend. Online chat RPG. I'm old. No. The fact that you would play RPG games online means that you're probably not old. Must have been World of Warcraft or online RPG. I don't. Is that the game? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I wanted to get the white deck, but I got the zombie deck because they didn't have any white decks left. And apparently this card is like super good. The kind of thing that just summons more baddies. And it's the foil one, so I gotta keep it nice and protected. Like I said, it's been since high school since I played this game. Okay, so back to plotting. See, there's a reason to play video games. It gets you all ready for... It gets your creative juices pumping. Oh yeah, I still need to figure out our hero's name. I'll put this stuff over here. Okay, so our heroes are 3 warriors. They used to be bodyguards for Royal Family. Royal Family's dead, so now they take their job protecting the last of the dragonkind, the peasants, the people that the Royal Family was supposed to be looking over, very, very seriously. It was like 15 years ago, Chronicles RPG, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I used to love playing old RPGs like that. It was great. I'm thinking Kelvin will be a good name for one of them. His name means from the narrow river, so that'll be the warrior who is kind of more level-headed, more willing to think. I don't necessarily want him getting together with the doctor lady, though, because 2 level-headed people, no, I want a little bit of opposites attract. I want a little bit of, like, a clash there. Okay, so Kelvin will be... Just make him Book 3, for now. And I might change his name depending on how well Book 3 turns out. Let's see. Book 3. Oh yeah, by the way, the cover reveal was on the Patreon page. You don't need to be a patron to see it. It's right there. It's a big, big cover. It'll be just in the post section. So if you want to take a look at that there, it's patreon.com/MandyRoscoe, and you can see what I'm talking about, what I'm plotting for. You don't have to be a patron to look at it. I don't have behind a paywall. Let's see. So Kelvin. I'm going to spell it with a Y. Oh no, it's showing up backwards on the camera. Oh well. Armani, fashionable, yes, but all seems desire, wish. I can't remember what culture it's from, though. I don't know what culture Armani's from either. That shows how bad I am. Sorry, I keep scratching at my nose, but it's itchy because it's allergy season, and this always happens. So Kelvin is Book 3. Who do you want the heroine's name for Book 2? I'm assuming Mary. Yeah, you know, let's just get a Mary. I don't think I've ever had a Mary. Maybe I'll be funny and call her Mary Jane. I like Spider-Man. And it could be another... Yeah, it could be another type of... it could be something that even annoys her. It's the fact her parents could have been comic book nerds. So, Book 2, heroine's name, Mary Jane. Kelvin, heated by degrees. Oh, really? That's what you got? What I got here says... From the narrow river. And I got it under Celtic. Okay. Well, if that's what that means, then maybe Kelvin will be a little bit better. So, ooh, maybe he's just the type of guy who's really calm and collected one moment, but then when he loses his mind and like goes berserk, he like really goes berserk. Okay, so yeah, this is actually the perfect name then for Book 3 guy, because Book 3 is going to be the one that wraps everything up. Okay, so I'm actually writing down both of those, I'm going to write down both of those meanings. Heated by degrees. Ah, I'm half wishing I'd use this for Book 1 hero, but we'll see later. And along the narrow river. I want to make these old, but not too old. I want them to be young for dragons. Maybe they'll be only, say, 300 years old. Old enough to have been around the block, to have seen some stuff in history, but some of their history will be hidden from them, too. Like, they wouldn't have been there during the time when dragons were, like, super prosperous, when people in the medieval times were practically worshipping them. Okay, so heroes are 300 years old. Maybe I'll do it kind of like J.R. Ward's, J.R. Ward has her rule in her vampire series. They live to be about 1,000 years old. So if you're 200, if you're in your 200s, you're basically in your 20s. So I guess that means like every 10 years is like a year in their lifetime. So I could do that for I'm going to do that for dragons too. So these guys are the equivalent of 30 years old, but they're 300. I wonder if I'll get in trouble for that. I hope not. 30 years old, basically... 300 years old, they're basically 30. 300 years old... Book 2 hero should be the kind of guy who knows computers. Like the second... What was that game? Not Space Invaders, but the one before it, like the first computer video game came out, like he was on top of that stuff. Like he loved computers. He was probably the sort of guy who would invest in what a calculator used to be, like a full room type of thing. Like that guy loves computers, so therefore he'd be the one kind of constantly updating their fake IDs. I've only read Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Yeah, me too. I'm a couple books behind. The last book I really read was Lover Last. And that's just because I was super into Quay. I haven't really picked up any of the others yet. Like, well, I have them, but I haven't picked them up to read them. The one that I'll probably pick up to read, and maybe it'll be the last one, will probably be Lay's book, because I want an update on her and her baby. But maybe, I don't know, like, clearly those books are still selling, but for me, I have a hard time kind of going past 10 books. Now, I was able to follow it for so long. Like, if I were to pick up that series today, I probably wouldn't touch just because it's so long, but I think it's easier when you start along with the series. I'm pretty sure there were only 4 or 5 books in that series when I first started reading it. Now there's like 15 or 20. I don't know, and she's got a side series too, so I might be counting them there too. Okay, so we have they're dragons, so their names should also be like have hard consonants, I think. So if you're new to the stream, I'm still just plotting out the book. I'm still picking out the characters and names. It's a 3-book series for dragons. And, oh, okay. Male, Celtic, Adair, okay, C. Cadman means warrior, but I don't know. I think of Cadbury when I think of that. Caedmon. That means, according to this, wise warrior. That sounds like a book 1 sort of hero. Your connection is weak. Okay, so my connection is apparently weak, so if I break off, that's what that is. But, luckily, I found book 1's hero name, Caedmon. He will be going after Seraphim. There has to be another bad guy outsourced. It can't be just them hunting down the last of the elvish line. Maybe they suspect these women of something. Thaddeus means fiery heart. Ooh, okay. He could be a book hero. I like that. Thank you. Let's see. I'm going to use Caedmon as book 1. So Caedmon will be burning for the dragon. That's it. That's going to be his book. Book number 1. For the dragon. Let's see. Uh-oh, I lost it. How do you spell that? Okay, I found it. Caedmon. Wise warrior. Okay, in book 2. Yeah, I'm gonna steal your Thaddeus. Oh, thank you, whoever put that heart on there. Sorry, I didn't see it. Let's see. So yeah, with your blessing, I'm going to use Thaddeus as... Did I say book 2? Yes, book 2. It's Fiery Heart. Oh, haha, thank you. Oh, yeah, the thumbs up, not heart. Okay, sorry. I was thinking of, what was I thinking of? I was probably thinking of, Twitter, how they do it. But thank you! Let's see, Thaddeus means a fiery heart. Where do you get your names from? Do you have names? So yeah, he will also be 300 years old. Maybe they'll be brothers. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'll make them cousins. So our heroes will all be cousins. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. So we have our book 1, book 2, book 3 here set up right now. This is pretty good so far. Thank you for your help. That was great. Let's see. I have Caedmon. He means wise warrior. He will be getting together with Sarah, who is our Magic Gathering, World of Warcraft. Let's see. Destiny loving chick. She's going to be our gamer girl, so she'll probably be like really into dragons. Thank you. Let's see. Thaddeus will be Fiery Heart. He will be the one clashing. Thank you for the hearts. He'll be the one clashing with Mary Jane, our serious doctor, who kind of hates her name. Does not like to be called Mary Jane. Ooh, he'll be teasing her about that. In book 3, we have Kelvin. I don't have the name for his heroine yet. Thaddeus is what I named my fire-red munchkin boy. Tad for short, pun intended. Munchkin boy. So you have, what are they? You have pet munchkins or squirrels, or... Because I know that there's, sugar gliders. People have pets like that. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thanks so much. Is that because I know what a sugar glider is? Oh yeah, okay, I need pink for the heroine's name. What's doing? Oh. Thank you. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to actually put these together now. Yeah, so... And I'm going to put these together. Okay, so book 1 and book 2, book 3, Kelvin. And book 3 is going to be not our elvish lady, but our unicorn lady. They might even think she's an elf. So she'll be the type of girl who's... Ooh, maybe she'll... I mentioned an accountant, but she could be a business owner with a knowledge of accounting. Like, that would bring people in. She could be a ranch owner, love of horses, because she's a unicorn. I get my name same way as you were, baby books and sites. Tad is a cat. Okay, the Munchkin breed is controversial because of their short legs. Oh, okay, I've never heard of that. I'll have to look into that, but, you know, kitties are kitties. I'm my kitty. Just a dog would get out here so I could show you what he looks like. I mean, the closest thing I have to a cat right now is, I don't know if you can see him. I got a Pusheen right there. My unicorn Pusheen, which 3 heroine is going to have 2. I'm going to show you that actually. Because why wouldn't a unicorn shifter have a unicorn cat, right? Look at that. The lookers are a bit messed up, but look at that. It's so cute. $30 for that stupid thing, but I had to have it when I saw it. And I knocked him over. So, that is going to be our book 3 heroine. If you're just joining on the stream, I am plotting through a book and I'm through character names right now. And I've got the characters for books 1 and 2 set up, and right now, I know, Pusheen is awesome. There's actually, if you like Pusheen, you should know about this. There's actually a subscription box. They send you a box of Pusheen stuff once a season. I didn't even know about this. When I get paid, I'm going to get that box. And I'm probably going to open it on Livestream, because why wouldn't I, right? They're so adorable, and it comes with like really cool stuff. So let's see, book 3. Book 3 heroine. I don't know what I'm going to name her. Let's see. Oh, what the hell was that? I think a piece of crud or dust flew across on the fan. I hope it wasn't a spider. God, I hate spiders. Okay, no, it was a... There's a fly in my house! Nadenka for a girl, Russian, meaning hope. Maybe. I like that. Oh, maybe I'll look into Russian names. Oh, here we go. Russian female. Because I like Russian names, actually. Although I'm not going to call her Anastasia. I'm not going to do, what was it, 50 Shades of Grey thing. I don't mind the name Anastasia, actually, but it's like an hour since that book, you can never use it. Alina means beautiful. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Form of Agnes. Agnesa means pure. A unicorn would be pure. Let's see. Antonia. Priceless. Form of Antony. Anstis. Anstis resurrected. Let's see. I don't know. But now you got me into Russian names, so I really want one, but I don't know. And Adenka sounds like a bit much of, like that sounds like first generation Russian. Like if I were to name her that, I would expect her to have a Russian accent and to actually know how to speak Russian. And I don't even know how to write a Russian accent. Like that would be somebody who, came to America or Canada when she was like 3, or even was born in, but was like exposed to a lot of Russian from her parents. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Helenka. Helenka means like form of Helen, so she could have her own nickname there. Dimitra means spring. Charlotta means manly. Charlotta doesn't sound manly at all, as if that's what that means. Okay, I need a good name for a unicorn shifter who doesn't know she's a unicorn. Where do unicorns come from? Do they come from Russia? I don't think it matters. I'm sure that they have unicorn stories over there too. Nisa, if I remember, meaning singing elf. I again can't remember the culture though, sorry. I'm sure I could look that up somewhere. Ooh, you know what? I'm not sure about a name, but as a nickname, that'd be amazing. Let's see. I like that as a nickname, because that sounds like something that a dragon would say to a girl who was singing, especially if she's part elf. So, Cade is either going to call Sarah his Nisa, or Thaddeus is going to call Mary Jane his Nisa. Maybe Thaddeus will call Mary Jane Nisa just because she hates her real given name. Thank you, that's actually pretty awesome. Okay, yeah, so, oh my god, I've got pet names now. Thaddeus will be calling Mary Jane his Nisa. Because it means singing elf and she actually likes singing. Let's see. 300 years old. 30. Likes. Uh-oh. Computers. He calls. Nisa. Because it means ah, nice. So thank you. So Thaddeus now has a pet name for Mary Jane, and she actually likes being called Nisa. Let's see. How old do you have to be a doctor? I'm assuming she'll go through the training. She'll have to be like 30 years old? 29 to 31 at least. Let's see. It's her name. You know what, I'm 31, so I'm going to say that she's 31. Let's see. So she likes karaoke, does singing and piano. Yeah, that'll do it. I could see a doctor knowing how to play piano. That seems kind of like a I don't say a rich girl thing, but something that somebody with a lot of love for like intellect. Like, I don't know, but I can only see like somebody. I know it doesn't make sense, but somehow knowing the piano makes me think that you're really smart. So I could see a doctor knowing how to play piano. Like their hobby would require something that you have to focus on and practice all the time. 31 years old. Fred nicknames her Misa, which she does like. Okay, so we have these two. My shifter was Alandra, Ali for short. She did come from a colder region. Good grief, now I wish I could start. Well, I'm glad I'm getting to plot this out with you. This is pretty fun. Manicone is my shifter. So what stories do you write? Do I know any of them? Are they on Kindle or Wattpad, or can people find them on the stream? I get what you mean about piano, plus it's good for keeping a doctor's hands limber. Yeah, I never thought of that. Like, it seems like they would know something with fingers, like flute, piano, something that requires, I don't know, just something beautiful that requires a lot of patience, practice. There's another word I want for it, but I can't think of it. Maybe persistence. Like, somebody who like went through the 7 to 10 years, whatever it was, of training to become a surgeon or a doctor would probably kind of go, okay, yeah, it'll take me 2 years to learn how to play the piano. That's nothing. You know? Let's see, Kelvin. Let's see, so you know what, I'm gonna go back to Russian names. Uh-oh. We are Swedish, Ukrainian, Welsh. Scottish, Scandinavian. There we go, Russian. Maybe I'll call her Alina because it means beautiful. I could see Kelvin looking that up and being like, oh man, your name means beautiful. I'll use that as a stand-in for now unless I find something better. So book 3's heroine, she will be the unicorn shifter. And her name will be Alina. And because this is book 3, she will be the main key to figuring out how to fix this gap that's happened between the dragons and the other species, because I don't know, I could just see elves kind of like hunting down dragons. Somehow I get this impression that elves would be able to control dragons, you know? What do you mean? Okay, yeah, it's the same comment. It means beautiful. It means beautiful. I'm gonna say that she is 25. Let's make her kind of youngish. 25 years old. Loves horses. And she owns her own ranch. So that'll actually give a lot of space for the dragons when they kind of make peace with each other. I write stories, I write poems, but I'm no professional. I've been Lady Dark Poet for 20 years. People use my more formal poems as material for reading at funerals. Oh. Well, that's still kind of nice. It's what they want to send their loved ones off with, right? That's pretty complimentary, I think. Actually, no, I think it would be, because you want to say something nice about your friend or your relative after they've passed. So if they picked your work, then that's gotta be a good thing, right? But poems, yeah, like, I have a hard time with poems. I memorized one Robert Frost poem just because I wanted to say the new one, but I don't think I could ever write a poem. It takes way more skill and intellect than what I know, and I just kind of like to go. I love hearing the clacking of the keyboard. When I get paid, I'm actually going to order a mechanical keyboard, because my keyboard, this one, Just doesn't... I don't like the sound of it. Well, I do like the sound of it, but not as much as just that really loud clacking noise. I don't know, I can really get into writing if I'm hearing that noise. Okay, so... Oh yeah, and she's going to be the unicorn shifter. And unlike the elves and the dragons who are just kind of dying out, she will literally be the last of her kind. There we go. Last of her kind. Okay, perfect. So now for this plotting episode, we have... Oh, thank you for your help. Like, yeah, some of those names are really great. Seraphim, Nisa. I feel like there's something in my eye. My finger, but... Okay. Yeah, it's dust season. Can really tell. So I have... Yeah, here we go. I have book 1. I should put her name there too. Burning for the Dragon. Actually, just to show you what the covers look like so you have an idea of what I'm going for here. Where is my... Okay, yeah. I'm just going to pull up my iPad and look for that cover, just so you can see it here on the stream. But yeah, I really love these covers. I actually ordered them a couple weeks ago, I think. I saw them, I just had to have them. And I had this basic idea plotted out. Like, I wanted warriors, I wanted elves, I wanted something that would connect these three that would just kind of like help everything out at least. It wouldn't totally fix it. I wonder who it's gotta be a bad guy in this. There has to be more holding these three stories together than just a misunderstanding or a history of, you know, war and disease and stuff like that. It's gotta be more than that. There has to be a bad guy also putting this along, I'd say. Because in Paranormal is different from contemporary, I find. Like, it was different when I wrote Arrangement with the Billionaire. That was all just kind of like in conflict and a lack of wanting to really talk to each other. And his horrifying past, which was kind of like stalling everything. You can't do that in Paranormal, I don't find. Unless you're Twilight. But even then, even that still had a bad guy at the end. Let's see. So... And I misspelled it. I hope I can get in. I really want to show this to you now. I love that it takes my internet so long to do anything. That's probably why my... Actually, that's not on Wi... The phone isn't on Wi-Fi, so I wonder why it's taking so long here. Let's continue with Facebook. Here we go. Let's go with that. Alright, here we go. If I don't accidentally close it. So this is what cover will look like for what we're working on right now. This is one of the series. Now I'm going to cover reveal the other two covers in the series, but that will be on the Patreon post, because I want to give them something to... I want to reward them for actually, you know, being on there. Let's see. But yeah, like, that's not behind a paywall, so if you want to look at that, you can. And the tagline, I love this tagline. I love this cover. It's 3 dragon brothers, 3 extraordinary women. It's going to be great. I love that. Oops, did I do something? No answer. Just put that away. Okay, let's see. I am just going to switch off song. Okay. So now that I have my main 3 characters, I should get a villain in this. It's probably, you know what, maybe I'll keep the villain secret from even plotting. Because there has to be one. I know, right? Like, the lady who did that did such a good job. That's actually a pre-made cover. Like, I saw them, and I had to have them. Like, I was like, oh my god, creative juice is flowing. So, the girl who does this is really, really good, and since my other cover artist is sort of MIA, I might get her to see if I could do the cover for Billionaire's Temptress, which I'll have to start writing in mid to late October, early November for NaNoWriMo. I'll get that started, which will be great. But, yeah, she's really, really talented. I love this girl. And she's got a lot of stuff up, too. Looks just like me in my dreams. Yeah. We all have dreams like that. Kind of like when I look at those pictures of girls on what is it, Health Magazine, or again, we all have our dream version of ourselves. That's probably going to happen because I have no intention of giving up potato chips. Yeah. Okay, so the villain. You know what? I'm not gonna plot out the villain on this live stream because I have an idea of where he's gonna be, who he's gonna be, and what he's gonna be doing. But I kind of want to leave that as a surprise. So let's see. Let's see if writing the breakout novel workbook can get me into something. Oh, there's gonna be side characters in this. Or maybe I could actually deepen into more of what these brothers are doing because they're dragon warriors. They're dragon warriors, they're jaded with their jobs and their lives because, well, they're not really getting paid. They're just they're protecting their people out of honor because it's their people. I don't know. It looks like I'm popping in and out because the internet here isn't that great. So if that happens, I'll try and get back on, but we'll see how it works out. I thought the internet would be better today because it's not raining today like it was yesterday. So, oh, don't use the cards. Okay, so I have the basic jobs of what they're doing. I have their basic angst. Because you need angst in your heroes. Book 1 hero, where is he? Okay, Caedmon. He's gonna be the wise, yeah, so we gotta make him live up to a name. He's gonna be the wise warrior, mainly because he was there when the royal family was killed. Maybe he'll do something dark, like he had to watch as it happened, right? So he had an extra special reason to really distrust anybody with elven blood. I need to check my data sheets. I'm only halfway through my time. No worries, no worries. Yeah, I've gotta be careful there too. No need to apologize. Yeah, this stuff happens. Let's see. Also, my phone doesn't have much power anyways. I don't even know how long I was streaming for, but I'm sure my phone will give me that warning soon enough. So I'm gonna pull out as much as I can, and then come back to this at a later time. But yeah, this was really fun, because I find half the story, you get half the story when you get characters, and you get their struggles, you get their fears and their hatreds and their past. And right now, Caedmon's past is he was forced to watch as the royal family was destroyed. Maybe he was in love with the princess or something. Yeah, that'd be even better. He had to watch her die. I'm so mean. I feel so bad. You like just torture people who are not real, but that's kind of what makes it good, right? Okay, so I've had so much fun though. Thank you for sharing the process. Poems, I'd be happy to try it. Oh, thank you, that'd be great. Yeah, like, I'll keep you in mind, definitely, if I ever want to put something, like a legendary poem or an old dragon fairy tale in the story itself, I'll come to you. It sounds awesome. But yeah, no worries, I don't think I'll be on for too much longer anyways, because I've got quite a bit done today, and, like I said, getting their past is half that. So, no worries, it was great meeting you. Thanks for coming on. Let's see, so Caedmon, he's going to be the type of guy who, yeah, you know what? The elves killed his first love. He had an illegal love relationship with their princess, and he had to watch as she died. That's so mean. Okay, so let's see. Whoops. Eagle. I'm pretty sure I'm spelling eagle wrong. So... princess. Okay, yeah, so they loved each other, and she wanted to elope with him. She wanted to leave it all behind. So like, no, Honor, your Honor, you have to stay. You can't elope with me. I'm just a lowly warrior. Then a week later, she was dead, and he kind of regretted not taking her away, because that could have saved her life. So he's had to live with that for, let's say he actually was young at that time, because these guys are 300 years old each, which is the equivalent of like 30 in our time. But what if he actually was like a 30-year-old or 50-year-old, definitely under 100. Hasn't been around, maybe not 50, because I think 50, and I can't get out of my head, that's, a 50-year-old is not a child. In dragon years, maybe 25 would still be a child. So, he was 25, the princess was like, also young. She could have been maybe even about the same age. 25, 30, 20 years old, that sort of thing. And she wanted to him, but he said no. To spare her honor. She regretted 1 week later. When she was killed in front of him. Okay, so character growth for this guy. He's going to have some problems with this. If he's going to be the leader of the dragon, the last of the dragon warriors in charge of protecting his people, I don't want to give him like a, I don't want to make him an alcoholic or even a soft drug user, like, because I think even he would be aware that that would not be helping out his cause or his people. I can see him, though, being kind of a womanizer. He'd be the type of guy who would go into town every Friday, Saturday night, throw down some money, and get, like, kind of a lover and leave her type of guy. Like, just to sort of, like, bury himself away from his pain. So that's the sort of guy he is. He definitely sleeps around a lot. He can enjoy his alcohol, but without, you know, getting drunk off it. Maybe dragons just... No, I want dragons to be able to get drunk. But he knows better than to get drunk. He got, yeah, like, how about that? He was like a... I'll figure it out, because I don't want him to have been he could have been an alcoholic, I suppose. Yeah, the first 10 years after the death of his first love, he was, like, definitely majorly falling off the wagon. I could see that. Before his cousins, Thaddeus and Kelvin, pulled him back, and now he's kind of the responsible, mature one again. But yeah, now he knows better, so he takes his, he gets through the day, or the week, in another way. That spider's still there, I think. So that will be how he kind of copes, and it was something that kind of disgusts Sarah. Which is fine, because he doesn't really respect her anyways. There's going to be a lot of character growth in this. This is going to have to be a 70 to 80,000 word novel, I think. I was hoping to be just 60, but it's going to be a little longer than I thought it was going to be. That's okay, because long is better. That's bad. Okay, so... Burning for the Dragon, I'm going to say that that's going to be a 70 to 80,000 word book. Which, in turn, is going to have to be the same for the rest of these. But who is the bad guy? You know, I'm going to have to plot out the bad guy another time, but this was actually pretty good. So, I wish I had another camera, kind of like on a Twitch stream. Like, I wish I knew how to do that, just to point a camera down at what I was writing, what I was doing, so you could see that. Because, I mean, they're just flashcards right now, and I have some books on hand. But I think it'd be more helpful if you could see what I'm doing, because this is actually, I find, a lot of what it takes to plot. You just find out who these people are, you find out what kind of makes them tick, what makes them scared, what kind of makes them twitchy, like that sort of thing, and I find that the rest of the book will just kind of develop from there, especially in a romance where a lot of the problems are meant to be sort of character-driven. Like, maybe I'm just kind of a lazy writer, but I find that I like stories better when it does have a lot to do with two characters who won't talk to each other. I know people have a problem with that. You know, like, oh, the whole book would be solid if they just talk to each other. It's like, yeah, but people don't do that in real life. And, yeah, maybe that does make me kind of a lazy writer, but sometimes I do like that. So I never want those sorts of books to go away. I don't want books to go away where there is some outside forces play there, but I like seeing characters struggle with themselves. I don't want to see a book where, you know, they're just two perfectly well-adjusted people and they know that if they just talk to each other, everything will be totally fine. It's like, no, I don't always enjoy reading about two perfectly well-adjusted people. I want to read about people who do keep secrets from each other, who do have, like, things buried inside that you can't really get out. That's my sort of favorite type of book, and that's kind of what I lean towards writing. So, and that's what I find is going to happen with these cards. I have the characters out now, and because of that, I could probably figure out the villain, figure out why he's the villain, why he's doing what he's doing, and it could just go from there. I still have to figure out how the ending is going to happen, because I like writing towards an ending too. So book 3, why is the unicorn shifter going to be the major help for this? And what is it about her that will make book 3 extra special? So, I think this is as far as I'll go on this one. Thank you for hanging out with me on this chat and being there and helping me out. This was a lot of fun. And since my phone keeps showing... Well, it hasn't done it in a while, but it seems to... Today's doesn't seem to be a great day. It keeps talking about low signal. But other than that, for me in a romance, this got a lot done, because now I can build off of this. I need to get the side characters ready. Maybe I'll use the yellow cards for that. The side characters and who they are and what their specific goal is. And then on another stream, or maybe before I come back on another stream, I'll start posting them to these Bristol boards so I have a visual of what these books look like. I have to get more. I only have 2. I got these from the dollar store. I love the dollar store. I've relearned to love the dollar store lately. So, oh yeah, if you're plotting out a book, go to the dollar store. You'll get, like, a ton of useful stuff. So, that's my tip there. Create character cards. And thanks for joining me. It was great. Thanks for the insight. I've really enjoyed this. Yeah, no problem. I hope it was helpful. I'm not sure if you're a romance reader, but yeah, hopefully this will have some sort of help on what you were doing with your book. Okay, and oh, somebody else came on. Sorry, about to take off. But I will post this to my Facebook so that people can rewatch this, and hopefully it'll actually be kind of useful. Okay, thanks so much, and I'll try and live stream in a couple of days. Bye.